Okay, so, getting to my shadow. Getting iced chocolate milk right now. Again, for me and my coworker. Keep this shirt, and I'm bringing this guy. I brought him to work because, I mean, I always have him in my backpack actually now. I usually just bring one. But that's what I'm saying. The reason I got these was because they're so little and cute and portable, and I can just bring them with me places. So, yeah. Oh, little David. Okay. David doesn't want to show his face, but we got little David over there. Yeah, I'm gonna get iced chocolate milk eventually, sometime today, I don't know when. I'm gonna do a, like, number ones I'll be pulling within the next couple of weeks. I think maybe like 3 weeks out, I don't know. I got on League of Comic Geeks and I went a little crazy adding number ones to my pool, so gonna have to tell you guys about that because they're things that you should be pulling too. Can't influence your taste or whatever, tell you what to get, but things that you probably might want to look at. Alright, let's go. Alright, Superman and I are back. I'm gonna drink my chocolate milk and eat, and then real quick, I want to show you guys my, so when I tell you that I'm putting things in my pool or whatever, it's not like a regular pool box like how you would have as a customer in a store. So I have one of those, yeah, for things that I'm pulling weekly, but I also have a shelf of things that I find in trade-ins, things that I just want, and I'm gonna say 95% of my shelf, pool shelf or whatever, is trade-ins and heavily discounted. So we get discounts because we don't sell things full price, even if they're mint condition when we get them traded in, and then I get discounts for working here. So these are all like they're called pin comics. So we upcycle them and we make pins out of them. Maybe I'll show you in a little bit when I go outside. But these are just gonna be like, they're like really bad, poor quality, whatever, yellow pages, water damage typically. So like this would probably be a pin, like this here. I have some pin action in here. I can make some Captain America ones. This would be a cool pin. Yeah, so things like that. These are all, that's what this is. And this is really cool though, so we should definitely make something out of that. I don't know why this is here because this is not a pin book, but I'll just put that over there. Okay, this is like my coworkers and all that, but this is my shelf. So I have 3 short boxes, some stacked things over here. These are not for me. Like I said, I don't read manga as of right now. So these are gifts, but I just pulled them because we got traded in Attack on Titans Omnis. We got traded in these My Hero Academia. I got these. I'm gonna get them for $1.50 a pop. So I think that's super cool of my boss. And I'm getting these AOT omnibuses for literally $5 because this will go down. This was the regular trade-in price. I'm not gonna show you. Well, this is like about what I'm pulling for next new comic book day. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so I have a bunch of these Walking Dead books that I'm gonna get for $3 each. So I recently found the Walking Dead trades. I didn't take all of them because I don't need all of them. I have the first 2 compendiums. I was like, should I get the second 2 compendiums or do I want trades? And then I had a sign. Somebody traded these in, $3 a piece. I almost have the entire 3rd and 4th. I'm missing 18, 29, 30, 31, and 32. So not that many, but everything else is here for 3 and 4. I've got a couple Redneck, Criminal Coward. I have a bunch of Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillip team books in here because I love them. I have a bunch of Jeff Lemire because I love his books. I recently read the full run of Fireflies. It was amazing. I also got those from the dollar bin. Got this Royal City from Jeff Lemire. I'm gonna get this for $12, you guys. Got priced at $12. Got some classic Batman stories, Under the Red Hood. 1 through 3 volumes of Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. We've got Hush. Some of the things that I'm pulling that are current, but I just haven't read them yet. Got a bunch of singles back there. I have a couple DC compacts. I'm looking for all those. I might just get the rest on in-stock trades, like if we don't find any trade-ins or whatever. Jeff Johns Green Lantern Volume 1 and 2. That's great. Got Death in the Family and another Red Knight book. So yeah, have a lot, guys. I plan on buying all of these eventually, but I clearly, for my new comic book days, I'm usually just pulling my current pulls and then a couple trades from here because I'm really going through them and I do love buying them and they're so cheap. Alright, what's up? I am currently doing nothing because it's quiet right now for once in like the entire time I've been here. It's been pretty slow today, but still not quiet. So I'm kind of happy about it actually, especially when my co-shift peer goes on break and I'm by myself, because the second anybody goes on break and I'm by myself, everybody wants to come in the store and it's busy as hell. But another one of you guys came in and said you've seen my videos on YouTube, so if you're watching this, what's up? And thanks for becoming a pull customer. I had to pause the video because several people came in after I was thinking it being quiet and then it wasn't quiet anymore. So yeah, but if you're the guy who came in and said that he watches my videos, he also said that he watches Emma, Speed Sultan. There was one other name that I didn't recognize. So if you guys are watching these videos, you're known in my area. And that was really cool, so glad we could help. Have fun in your journey of comics, and yeah, everybody else, you can let me know if you have any other questions. As you can tell, I basically respond to everybody, so I'm always open for suggestions and recs and recs from you guys if you have anything that you don't think I've read yet. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you for that because it's really cool. It's like the second time somebody's come in and said that they recognize me from my videos, and I think that's insane because I don't have a massive following, I'm saying. I have a pretty big following considering the time that I started was like, TikTok was like a month ago and YouTube was like last week, but for what it is, that's insane. Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to show you guys my pulls, like I've been saying, like the ones that I'm pulling, the number ones that are gonna be new, but I don't want to make the video in front of my coworker because I don't like filming in front of people. Alright guys, I'm currently in my room. Some of my Chuck fuck, that one's a little weird looking. That's Buddy. He's like the OG whatever. You know, this is my Chucky wall.
This message is brought to you by Apple Car.
I need to go eat, so this is gonna be kind of short because I just gotta get this done and then go eat. I'm on League of Comic Geeks right now. Well, I'm on YouTube because it has a brighter screen, but I'm gonna be on League of Comic Geeks and show you guys everything I'm gonna be pulling as far as number ones go, or one shots or whatever, new things within the next couple of weeks. I think we have, let's see, this week, next week, week after. Okay, I think within the next like month or so. So let's just get that. Yeah, okay. Alright, this is one thing I'm super excited about. We've got, oh yeah, I'm watching Speed Sultan right now. We've got the Marvel Zombies Pan Dimensional 3D Edition number 1. This isn't a one-shot, but it's yeah, five stories. So we've got Robert Kirkman on the writing team, Sean Phillips in the artist. I'm absolutely so excited for this because Robert Kirkman is one of my favorite writers. And then Sean Phillips is a really great artist. I love him and Ed Brubaker together, like as a team. So these two are gonna be great. And I'm super excited for this. This is looking really sick. So yeah, this is something I'm pulling, I believe, this next coming new comic book day, so Wednesday, in a couple days. I will also be pulling Stay Out of the Woods. So this is a one-shot, it's an indie one-shot with Joe Pruitt as the writer and Butch, I don't know how to say his last name, as the artist. I don't know much about any of this. I just know that Butch has worked on Captain America, Winter Soldier, Flash, and it's horror and it's indie, so it seems right up my alley. It looks pretty cool. Anything indie and horror I'm pretty much down to pull and would probably want in my collection anyways. It's Image, you already know. There's over 1,000 pulls so far, so that's all for this next coming Wednesday. The next Wednesday after that, September 3rd, I'm getting Batman #1. So this is an all-in series with Matt Fraction as the writer and Jorge Jimenez as the artist, which is one of the major reasons I pulled this. One, because I want to start a Batman story from like the first one, but also because Jorge Jimenez is one of my top artists. So yeah, I've got my top writers, Robert Kirkman, Jonathan Hickman, Ed Brubaker, some really cool people like that. But Jorge Jimenez, Dan Moore, like anything from their art style, I'm gonna get it. So this is something that I'll be pulling. They've got some really sick variants coming out. This one looks really cool. Scott Campbell's always doing his big one. This one's super sick also. Jay Stanley, oh yeah. Cool. Okay, so that's what I'm pulling for that. Something else that I'm going to be pulling, it's a really important week for #1s as far as my pull list is, at least. Everything is Dead and Dying issue 1, so this is a new series with Tate Bromble as the writer and Jacob Phillips as the artist. Again, anything indie horror I'm going to be pulling, and this is zombie apocalypse, so you know I had to cop. I'm super excited for this. It looks really cool. The art looks really cool and like pretty, which probably is going to be a little ironic for a zombie apocalypse, but I'm fine with it. Last #1 for September 3rd, we've got Spider-Man 94 issue 1. Super excited to be getting not only a Batman series but also a Spider-Man series from the first issue. So unfortunately I couldn't get like Ultimate Spider-Man when it was coming out. Alright, for September 10th or September 9th or 10th, I think it's the 10th. Yeah, September 10th we've got Punisher Red Band. I'm super excited for this. There's so many bangers coming out as #1s in September, honestly, but just like I'm so excited. I love the Punisher. Yeah, we've got Marco on the cover art, so that's why it looks phenomenal. But Benjamin Percy on the writing and Julius Oda on the art. I'm not sure. I don't really know of Benjamin's work. Let me see if I do actually. I might be lying. No, I don't think I've ever read anything that Benjamin's worked on, so gonna have to trust that it's good, but I'm still excited for this. I hope I don't have to drop it. I hope it's not shit, but it looks like a lot of people are pulling it, so. And then the second and last #1 I'm pulling for September 10th is Red Hood #1. So they gave him back his old suit or costume, whatever. We've got Gretchen. I don't know who Jeffrey Spokes is, but we've got Gretchen on the writing. No idea who that is, but I hope that she does Red Hood justice because I haven't read Red Hood stories. I'm going to soon, I promise. I just know that from Red Hood fans that I know that he's been done extremely dirty in the past on just about every single story except Under the Red Hood. The only person I know from here is this Ariana person as an editor, just because I read Gotham City Sirens Unfit for Orbit and they were the editor for that too. Alright, for September 17th, we've got Marvel and DC's Deadpool and Batman #1. This is a one-shot, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so many people are pulling this. I know that in my store, my manager has ordered a gazillion of these copies just hoping that they sell, but I told her, like, I'm pretty certain that they will. Yeah, so I'm excited for this just because of the same reason everybody's excited for this. Look, so on the writing, we've got, okay, well, we have Frank Miller, but we also have Al, I don't know who this is. Zdarsky is one of my other favorite writers. He's definitely top 5, I don't know where, because like with Kirkman and Brubaker, and I'm totally blanking, but Kelly Thompson is also a phenomenal writer. She's doing Absolute Wonder Woman right now and she's killing it. Got Kevin Smith, Zeb Wells, don't know who that is, Adam Kubert, this guy. I'm a little worried that Frank Miller is on this team just because his covers have been absolutely insane recently. So I know that he's going through some things, but they need to stop giving that man covers. Like, his art has really devolved. It genuinely, as long as they're not letting him do any of the art in this story, it should be cool. Also for September 17th, we've got Marvel Zombies Red Band. Again, I love zombies so much. I love horror. Looks like on the cover we've got a Fantastic Four cover. Yeah, we've got Ben, Johnny, Sue, and Reed all as zombies. They look super sick. Who did this cover actually? I think it was Greg Land. Well, he did a phenomenal job because this looks really cool. Look at that. Look at that saliva. In DC, we skipped a week, so we've got, I don't think there's anything really good coming out the week after the one I just showed you, but October 1st, we have DC Comics Absolute Evil. So I am super excited for this. Just look at that cover. We've got Wonder Woman down there. Yeah, that looks so cool. I definitely think that this is something that you guys should be picking up because it's so cool. I love when DC Marvel does horror things because, again, like, you're used to getting them for indie, and that's cool. I absolutely love indie books. They're probably my favorite out of all of them, but it's really cool when you get to, like, incorporate your favorite characters into them. So for October 1st, I'm gonna be pulling Harley Quinn and Elvira #1. This is a Dynamite book. It looks really cool. I think it's a mini-series, if I'm not mistaken. I actually don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these two characters, absolute icons, just love them. And then the dynamic I'm really excited to see between Elvira and Harley because they're very, like, they're like the same person in different fonts. This looks really fun. And so that's mainly why I'm pulling it. Last #1 I'm pulling for October 1st is The Haunted Box. But just look at how cool that looks. Looks so sick. So it's a Black, White, and Blood horror anthology series. Sounds great. There's, 6 short stories in it. It looks phenomenal. Sprinting all the way to October 29th, we've got Undeadpool. I can't even keep repeating myself with this, guys. He's dead. It's Deadpool. I'm hyped. Yeah, we're getting this. Alright, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. A little different, kind of something of everything. Really been appreciating your recommendations. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe so I can keep making videos like this for you.